Hello everyone, my name is Archie. I'm a software developer at Archie. One of the projects that our team has been working really hard on is the Strap platform. In the simplest terms, Strap is our own app deployment platform with some extra capabilities. For example, Strap provides each app with a working authentication system and a database out of the box. Today, I'd like to give you a demo of Strapper, a user-friendly web interface that you can use to deploy your own applications onto Strap. So let's begin. When you first log into Strapper, you see the main dashboard. On my dashboard, I have a summary of all the apps that I have created. Your dashboard should not have any app if this is the first time you use Strapper. So let's create one by clicking on the plus icon button on the top right corner of the screen. Start by filling out the app identifier. The app identifier is between 3 to 16 characters, only containing lowercase letters, numbers, and hyphens. As the name implies, the identifier is unique among all apps and will be a part of your app URL after a successful deployment. Next up, give your app a short name and a description. There are other fields on the form and they are all important, but we'll skip them for now and come back to them later. Now, let's create an image registry for our app. Strapper provides each app with a private registry that auto-scans images for vulnerabilities on every push. Once the registry is created, we can see our credentials and details on how to push an image to that registry by clicking on the instructions button. Now I'm going to stop the video to do just that. After pushing our image to the app registry, we can close the modal, refresh the page, open up the Containers tab, click on Create Containers, select our image from the drop-down, set our app port, and we can set some environment variables if needed, but our apps don't require any, so we won't set it here. And we are ready to deploy. You can see the deployment logs in real time. If you're familiar with Terraform, then this is good news. This log is from Terraform when you run Terraform apply. For those of you who aren't, don't worry about it because you don't need to. It might be handy when it comes to debugging infrastructure stuff, but we, the Archie team, will try to do as much of that heavy lifting for you as possible. The deployment is now done. If we head back to Strapper and click on the app URL, we should see our app up and running. So, hooray! Remember when I talked about how Strapper can provide an authentication system and a database out of the box? Let's set those up. In this app that we just deployed, I set up a root /login that requires user authentications. So, let's head over to General Configurations, open up the form, select an authentication mode. Here we choose UVIC so users will be authenticated with the UVIC identity provider. Since we want to authenticate users when they visit the login page, I will set /login as an authenticated root, and we also create a PostgreSQL database for this app. Once we save our configurations, we will update the deployment. So the deployment is complete, and if we head back to the app URL, visit the /login page, you'll see that it will ask you to authenticate yourself. Go back to Strapper. If we look at the top right panel, we should see our Postgres database informations. To use this, we can either plug in the credentials into our containers using the command, or add some environment variables, or you can even use it on an external containers if you want. That concludes my demo video of Strapper for you today. I hope you find this video helpful and enjoyable. If you have any question for us or would like to try Strapper out yourself, please shoot us an email at arcsoft@uvic.ca. We'll be happy to welcome you on board. Thank you.